Hello guys, welcome to GeeksPort. In the previous video, we had seen about the introduction of SQL and the types of SQL commands. If you had not seen that video, you will get the link in the description of this video. And in this video, we are going to see DDL, Data Definition Language, and types of DDL commands. So let's start. DDL or Data Definition Language. It actually consists of the SQL commands that can be used to define the database schema. It simply deals with description of the database schema and is used to create and modify the structure of database objects in database. Their example of DDL commands are create, alter, rename, truncate and drop. Now we'll see about these commands one by one. So the first one is create command. Create command is used to create the database or its objects like table, index, function, views, store procedure and triggers in relational database management system. There are two create statements available in SQL. The first one is for create database. A database is defined as a structured set of data. So in SQL, the very first step to store the data in a well structured manner is to create a database. The create database statement is used to create a new database in SQL. Now the second one is for create table. Now we will learn about creating databases. Now to store the data, we need a table. To do that, the create table statement is used to create a table in SQL. We know that a table comprises of rows and columns. So the question is how to create a database. Let us see the syntax. First write create database and then the name of database and at last semicolon. For example, create database student. Here we had created a database with a name student. Let us see this in MySQL. I am going to use MySQL for running the queries. So the command is create database and now the database name, which is student, and at last semicolon and hit enter. Here it is showing that the database is created. So we will use the command show databases. Here you can see the database is created with the name student. Now how to create a table? Let us see the syntax. The create table command is used to create a table in SQL. So while creating the tables, we have to provide all the information to SQL about the names of the column, type of the data and size of the data to be stored in columns. So in this statement, first we have to write create table, then here we have to give table name and in the brackets we have to give column name with its data type and size. Let us see an example. Here we are going to create a table student with column name roll number, which is of type int and size 3, and the next two columns are name and age, and the name of the table is student. Let us run the query in MySQL. Let us now create the table. First we write the command create table and now the table name, which is student, and now in brackets we'll write the column name, which is roll number of type int and size 3. Now the next one is of name, which is of type varchar and size 100. In the last column and the last column is age of type int and size 2. First we have to select the database for creating a table. So I am selecting the database student. So we have to write the command use student, which is database name. Now the query has been created. Now type the command show tables. Here you can see the table is created. And there are 3 columns in the table. First is roll number, second is name, and the third one is age. The next command is alter table command. Alter table command is used to add, drop, or modify columns in the existing table. It is also used to add and drop various constants on the existing table. First we will see alter command to add a new column. Using alter table command, we can add a column to any existing table. Sometimes we may require to add additional information. In that case, we do not require to create the whole database again. Let us see the syntax. Alter table, table name, add, column name, its data type. Let us see the example. Alter table student, add address of data type varchar and size 200. Let us run this query in MySQL again and add the new column address in table student. Alter table, now the table name, which is student, add the new column, which is name address of type varchar and size 200. Here we can see the new column is added into the table student. The desk command is used to describe the table. Now we'll see alter command to modify an existing column. Alter table command can also be used to modify data type of any existing column. Syntax for this is first write alter table, then table name, then write modify column with column name and data type. Let us see an example. Alter table student, modify column. We are modifying the column name of type varchar, but now we are reducing the size from 100 to 50. Let us see this in MySQL. We are going to reduce the size of column name from 100 to 50. So we will write the command alter table, table name, modify column. Now we will giving the size 50. Now we will describe the table again. Here you can see the size of column name is reduced from 100 to 50. Now we will see alter command to drop a column. Alter table command can also be used to drop or remove columns. Let us see the syntax. Alter table, table name, drop column, and at last column name. Let us see an example. Alter table student, drop column, and here at last column name, which is age. Let us see this in MySQL. Alter table student, drop column, and at last column name, which is age. Here you can see the column name age is removed from the table student. Now the next command is rename command. Rename command is used to set a new name for any existing table. The syntax of rename command is rename table, old name to new table name. Rename table, old table name to new table name. Let us see an example. Rename table student to students info. Here student is old table name and the new table name is students info. Let us see this in MySQL. Rename table student to students info. Now see the table student. The student doesn't exist because we had changed its name to students info. Now see the name students info. Here you can see the 3 columns of table student, but we had changed the name of student to students info. So the command is rename table, old name to new name. The next command is truncate command. Truncate command removes all the records from a table, but this command will not destroy the table's structure. Let us see the syntax. Truncate table and table name. For example, truncate table student. We are going to delete the table student. This query will delete all the records from the table student. We can also use drop table command to delete complete table, but it would remove complete table structure from the database, and you would need to recreate this table once again if you wish to store some data. Let us see this in MySQL. Right now the table is empty. We can check this with the command select star from students. This is an DML command. We'll see about this in next video. Wait, we had changed the name student to students info. It is showing empty set. It means that the table is empty. So let us insert the values. This is also an DML command and we'll see about this in next video, but I have to insert some values in the table first. That's why I am writing this command here. I had inserted 2 rows in table students info. Let us check the data. Here you can see the values in the columns, roll number, name and address. There are 2 rows. Now we will truncate this data by using the command truncate table. We will write truncate table and now table name, which is students info. Now see the data again. Here it is showing empty set. It means that the table is truncated or the data of the table is deleted. We had used the command truncate table and table name and it had deleted the data. Now the last one is drop command. Drop command is used to delete a whole database or just a table. Let us see the syntax. And the another point is the drop statement destroys the objects like an existing database, table, index or view. Drop command completely removes a table from the database. The syntax is drop table, table name. For example, drop table student. Let us see this in MySQL. Drop table and table name, which is students info. And now hit enter. The table is dropped. If we see the table, the table doesn't exist now because we had dropped it. This is very important to know that once a table is deleted, all the information available in the table is lost forever. So we have to be very careful when using this command because the data and table is deleted. Now if we type the command show tables, then the database is empty, there are no tables. So that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like it. And don't forget to subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And don't forget to press the bell icon for receiving the updates about the latest video.